Welcome, Hornets. Today we're going to be talking about finding limits when we're working with piecewise functions. So when we start off, the first thing you have to understand is a piecewise function is simply a function divided up into multiple parts. So if I have a function such as this, and I have a domain statement that says that that first piece, negative 3x plus 1, is for all x values less than or equal to 1. Then I have a second equation that is 5x minus 2, where x is greater than 1. Now you'll notice if I'm trying to find a specific limit, such as the limit as x approaches 2 for f of x, then we'll go ahead and approach from the left. Well, if I'm approaching 2 from the left, I first want to find where 2 is. Notice that 2 is greater than 1, and therefore it is on this equation. The function is continuous, or going to both sides when we're working with this linear equation. Think about a line, approaching a line from two sides. You're going to be approaching the same value. So if I'm approaching 2 from the left, I'm going to end up having 8. Notice all I did was plug the 2 in, and then I simplified. If I'm taking the limit and I have x approaching 0 for this function, you'll notice that 0 is less than 1. This is a linear equation. We are approaching the same value from both sides, and as a result, I simply plug it in. I get 1. Now, the one problem that we do have to be careful of is when we're looking at the limit as x approaches a specific value where the change in domain occurs. If they ask me to find the limit as I am approaching from the left, then what I need to do is make sure that I look at the smaller, the left side of 1, and then I plug it in. What I end up with when I plug in that is negative 2. And if I take a look at the limit as x approaches 1 from the right, I now am looking at values larger than 1, and therefore I'm using the second equation. And when I plug that in, I get 3. Notice, you're never going to have the situation where you equal 1, because limits are what we approach, not what we actually reach. Later on, when we look at more piecewise functions, we will notice that there will be an equal sign at x equals 1. But we don't care. It's the approach that we care about, from the left and the right. Having an equality smack dab in the middle is simply a trick question. Thank you very much, and I will be talking further about limits when we see each other again. Thank you, Hornets. Take care, be well, be safe.